main event of the night is being expected. The real one, Oyekola, started it all when he knocked out Jimo Lukman TKO in round 1. Obina Matthew also achieved a TKO in round 3 over Cosmos David. Real one Orlando Sus cooled Kendi Badmos and won by unanimous decision after 8 rounds of boxing. Real one Babatunde, real one, of course, Babyface defeated Chijoke Ngige TKO in the 7th round of the scheduled 12. Rashida Bolaji Ayite, of course, Bolaji won that one by unanimous decision. Olaide Fijabi, controversial decision stoppage from referee, and Kubero Shedrag was beaten, and Olajide became the new African champion. The main event of the night, Abdulrahim Ahmed against Otto Joeboy Joseph in a vacant African Boxing Union lightweight title. 12 rounds of boxing. The box has to be called out into the ring right now. Let's go back into the ring. Benga Denka, take it away.
Live from the expansive hall of the Landmark Event Center in the Center of Excellence, Lagos City, Nigeria, is the 13th edition of the GOtv Boxing Night. Our 7th and final bout is a 12-round vacant African Boxing Union lightweight title bout. In the red corner, from the land of the pharaohs, Egypt, Abdulrahim, last pharaoh, Ahmed.
Abdulrahim, last pharaoh, Ahmed. What a name to give yourself, the last pharaoh. And of course, he is not just a fighter, he is the Mediterranean champion, just as he's the Egyptian champion as well. So a lot is expected. He's 32 years of age, 1.6 meters in height, and of course, we'll be bringing a lot into the ring today. A massive experience he's got, and well, 11 fights, 9 of them by wins, and he's got 2 losses, and then of course 3 of those 9 victories are by knockout. So it's not much of a knockout specialist, but a man who likes to get the decision based on the length of the fight.
In the blue corner, representing the most populous black nation on the face of the earth, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Otto Joeboy Joseph.
Otto boy, Joeboy. All his experience in 8 fights and 8 wins will come to bear tonight when he takes on this gusty Egyptian, the last pharaoh, the Mediterranean champion, the Egyptian champion, Abdulrahman Ahmed. Surely what a fight we have on our hands here.
25 years of age, 1.6 meters in height, and reached 33. Of course, we're expecting a lot from this man. He's got a lot of promise. He's got 8 fights under his belt, 8 of them all winning, and 4 of them by knockout.
And so, Abdulrahman Ahmed, 11 fights, 9 wins, 2 losses, and 3 coming via knockouts. And of course, Otto Joseph, 9 fights, 9 wins, 4 via knockouts. And what a fight we have here. Big fight tonight, main event of the night.
One of the very first boxer we're going to get from the whole of North Africa. And you know the pedigree of North Africans when it comes to boxing. There are no mean boxers. They're good boxers you can find there. And I'm expecting this to be a very big one.
And just maybe Otto boy will be saying, this Egyptian you see today, you will see no more.
And
He's
then, of
also
course, the last pharaoh we want to say, this boy called Joeboy, I will make mincemeat out of it.
all right. That's the fight we're expecting. All systems set to go for the vacant African title. Otto Boy, I'll call him Joeboy, and of course, the last pharaoh. And the nicknames, they don't come easy.
At all. But you know, I'm looking forward to this. We've seen Otto Joeboy. He's a very spectacular and explosive boxer. He's a boxer who's confident of himself. And the man, Abdulrahim Ahmed, I haven't seen him fight, but his pedigree says it by itself as well. Slightly also inexperienced, just like Joeboy when it comes to the professional ranks. But we'll see how it goes.
We're going to the ring for the official introduction of the two boxers and for the fight to get underway.
12th round, vacant African Boxing Union lightweight title bout. In the red corner, representing Egypt, he weighed in at 60.2 kilograms. He has had 11 fights, won 9, lost 2, 3 by knockout. The last pharaoh, Abdulrahim Ahmed. In the blue corner, representing Nigeria, he weighed in at 59.3 kilograms. He has had 8 fights, won all fights, 4 by knockout. Otto Joeboy Joseph. Our judges are from Ghana, Fred Garte. From Nigeria, Latif Muiz. From Republic du Benin, Monsieur Adam Betin. Supervisor, Remy Aboderi, Nigeria. Our referee is Shegun Adesoya from Nigeria. Shall we please rise for the anthems of Egypt and Nigeria? We start first with the national anthem of Egypt. And now, the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So the referee now will give the instructions before this main event gets underway.
If you are told to box, you box. If you are told to stop boxing, you stop boxing. If you are told to break, you break. For any foul that is committed, you will be penalized. Such as hitting below the belt, elbow, hitting of head, headbutt, hitting behind the head, that's rabbit punch, rabbit punch, and behind, that's finger punch. At the beginning of the first round, you shake your hands, and at the beginning of the last round, you shake your hands. If you fall into any problem, the chief seconds has the right to throw in the towel to save you. Have a great day.
So this fight is about to get underway. The main event of the night, Abdulrahim Ahmed, the last Pharaoh, against Otto Joseph, Joeboy of Nigeria. And one interesting fact is the fact that Abdulrahim Ahmed is trained by a Nigerian who is one of the biggest boxing promoter in Egypt, Richard Nwoba. He hails from Ebonyi State, former heavyweight boxer himself. And so, you know the kind of boxer he trains in Abdulrahim.
Both boxers going at it immediately. You know Otto is an explosive boxer, and does look like Ahmed himself wouldn't be found wanting as well. Whoa. Otto catches him with a right hook.
Yeah, sure.
Good body punches coming from Ahmed there.
Looking like it's going to be a very interesting fight, this one. The Egyptian is the Egyptian champion, and of course the Mediterranean champion.
And interestingly, Joeboy is the Nigerian champion and the West African Boxing Union champion.
Exactly. So the two champions fighting for the vacant Africa Boxing Union lightweight title. One of them surely to become the champion tonight.
Ahmed really having a go at Otto. And the referee calls for a break there.
Earlier in the day, they were complaining that they were brought into this arena so soon, came here in the afternoon, and they've been here. And that's what Egyptians complain about.
But which would he have preferred, to come in, settle into the arena and relax and get yourself ready, than rushing into the arena within
the arena
a short
was
period?
conducive for relaxation.
Yeah. Referee giving stern warnings there about the same warnings he talked about earlier, the use of the elbow and hitting of heads. But can boxers really avoid hitting heads?
Sometimes accidental headbutts, but some other time it causes some cuts. But sometimes some boxers do it deliberately. You know, some frustrated boxers might just go with the head.
Yeah, it's a way of getting a cut and then probably look for a situation where referee could stop the fight from bleeding and all. Late punch coming from both of them. Both boxers.
Exactly.
And I think Abdulrahim actually decided to give one back after he got caught just at the stroke of the bell.
He fights his way out of every dangerous situation he finds himself, the guy, the Egyptian. So most of those box punches are not landing at all. Going to the second round of the Schedule 12 African Boxing Union lightweight title fight.
A bit of sizing up done in the first round. It looks like both boxers know where they stand now.
Abdulrahim surely means business. It's not giving any room for exposing himself. But it's been a street fight kind of boxing we're seeing here.
Yeah, it looks like Abdulrahim likes it rough. Also trying to, get his composure right. But that's what you're going to do as a boxer anyway. You're not going to allow your opponent to get into his comfort zone. Otto that we know usually would hit and move, and Abdulrahim is not giving him a chance for that at all. And Otto gets a good combination in there.
Did a lot in penetrating the defense of Ahmed.
Also getting the combinations in as Abdulrahim clinches once again. Oh, that definitely isn't a knockdown. Also using his hands a bit there to and he needs to adjust his trunk after that slip there.
The trunks adjusted, and so the fight can continue now.
Also connected. Good defensive boxing there. And Abdulrahim fights back once again. It looks like he can take a good punch. Oh, walks into that jab there.
End of the second round, and this scheduled 12 of the African Boxing Union lightweight title. Joeboy against the last Pharaoh of Egypt. That was Joeboy's round.
Absolutely his round.
Chased the Egyptian from pillar to post. And at the end, it landed some good punches, but that one was a slip.
Getting some combinations in there, but it wasn't able to penetrate at the end of it.
I think if the corner of the Egyptian would have told him to take it easy, don't rush.
Abdulrahim.
Good left jab from Brahim.
Otto steals in a jab there.
No, it's not easy to squeeze a jab to land on Joeboy because he's got some fantastic defense.
Otto goes on the inside again, and there you see the clinch that Abdulrahim has used so well so far. Good body punches there. Interestingly, Joe is the one with the lesser reach, but he seems to be the one stalking his fighter. Otto wouldn't have any of it. I think he's gradually getting frustrated by the clinching style of Abdurrahim. That was a rapid punch, and it's deducted. Yes, you see it there. Referee talked about it earlier, and he's deducted Rahim's punch there for a rapid punch.
All he needs to do is just to take it easy because if he goes and runs into another punch from Joeboy, then it might be the end.
That's that clinch. How many times have we seen clinches in this one? Referee there telling, warning Abdulrahim. Seems to be, he's more of a brawler than a fighter. And there you see the clinch again. Referee wants to see them fight, and that's what the fans have coming out for. Good punching there, coming from Abdulrahim, and a return counter there coming from. Oh, Joeboy finding a way to connect, but he's not.
But that was a very solid right hand from Joeboy. Lots of clinching and holding coming from the Egyptian. He survives the round.
The referee has his hands full. Referee Sheikh, he's going to have to do a lot to stop this clinching, because apparently that's Rahim's style of boxing. You know, get your punches in, stop your opponent from connecting his own by clinching.
Finds a way of stopping the opponent from doing more damage. The fourth round on the way, wide swing from Ahmed. Also that wide swing of an uppercut, landing at all. But that's a slip.
That was a slip.
That was a slip.
But, it was a wrong footing by Abdulrahim there. There you go. The style is to stop the opponent from punching. So he has to go into the clinch every now and then. Another wide swing, and also punishes him for that.
Had a complaint of a headbutting.
Can be quite frustrating when you have a boxer who really wants to clinch you every time.
You remember when Henry Akinwande was nicknamed Hogwande because of too much hugging and clinching.
Otto himself getting the one in there. He's been trying to change his strategy and use a bit of body shots as well. But one of them inadvertently, see the referee still talking about that hugging. Also trying to look for a way of getting out of those clinches.
I've seen fights that stopped because of too much clinching.
And the problem you get in this kind of situation is when there's too much clinching and hugging, there is a likelihood of a clash of heads. What? He seems to be.
He's fagged out.
It seems to be.
Very tired.
He seems to have gassed out there. And if only Otto can spot that and try and capitalize on it.
So we're getting to the close. Otto can sense.
And he's fighting his way out of it once again. Otto seems to be frustrated. Look at the way he's looking at the referee. Like, do something about this. He's clearly gassed out in this one. He's clearly gassed out. You can see the way he's holding Otto's hands. But looks like he will be saved by the bell.
And it looked like his trunk is just too tight. And every time he has to adjust it. And now this man is tired.
I'm sure the corner, Otto's corner, can sense this. Probably will tell him, let's put him out of his misery as quickly as possible.
Yeah, trained by Joe Mensah. Joe Mensah knows when a fight is almost off. And as you can see, Otto doing very well, but getting frustrated by Ahmed. Richard Nwoba seems to be asking him, can you continue? Can you? And it looks like he's saying, yes, I can.
Doesn't seem convincing though. That response wasn't convincing.
I think the end is in sight.
I sense that as well. But that's if Otto can take advantage of it.
Ahmed, his face is all red now.
You can see he's looking to clinch every time. And Otto is not having any of it at all. Is that end of the fight?
Seems he can't continue.
I think he can't continue.
It's over.
It was a body punch that did the job there.
It's over.
We saw it in the previous round.
There is a limit to punishment a man can take. And Ahmed has taken enough punishment.
And he becomes the African champion.
Surely. Joeboy, the new African Boxing Union lightweight champion.
I would just say I would have expected a better fight than this, but that's not what we are seeing.
Well, you know, when fighters from North Africa come to West Africa, they got a weather problem to deal with, and they got everything to deal with. And they started complaining in the afternoon when they were brought here. They said it was too early, that it was a strategy to wear out the boxer. So what would you say of that?
I think he adds to it as well, but I don't think it was an intentional thing. It just probably happened, probably part of organizational issues. Maybe they thought about traffic, maybe where the hotel is, and how to get them to the fight venue, thinking that it might be a bit difficult because of the streets of Lagos. But hey, it's a public holiday today, so
You know, Richard himself, he did say that there are lots of hotels around this arena. He should have just put them in one of the hotels.
yeah, at least for today.
Very close. When it's an hour to the fight, you bring him here.
Yeah.
And all that, but all that has nothing to do with the victory of Joeboy.
But to be honest, Joeboy has looked like the boxer tonight between the two of them. We talked a lot about Ahmed's clinching and hugging style, and he looked like he was always trying to look for his punches, and then if he doesn't get it, he goes for the clinch immediately.
Well, definitely Joeboy is the better boxer of the night, and Ahmed, that was a low blow.
Yeah, that was a low blow. I think he just caught him.
And that's how he couldn't continue.
No, but he actually went on after that one, but I think that affected him a lot.
Took
the gas
everything out of him. And it's really sad. GOtv Boxing Night, the 13th edition. Wonderful night out it's been. All the fights have been explosive, and this last one, well, we'll still wait to get the official decision, even though we know it. Let's go into the ring for the ring announcer to give out the official decision of this fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 16 minutes and 38 seconds of amazing boxing, in the 5th round, winner by technical knockout, a new African Boxing Union lightweight champion, Otto Joeboy Joseph. To present the belt, ladies and gentlemen, is the one and only Kola Abiola.
The boxer, the champion, the new champion of Africa, lightweight champion, Otto Joseph, being decorated by the son of the former pillar of sports in Africa, Kola Abiola.
Trophy for best boxer,
See the 3 belts
third
there.
prize.
The Nigerian lightweight championship belt, the West African Boxing Union championship belt, and then of course the new African Boxing Union lightweight championship belt.
Surely, West Africa to the left, Nigeria to the right, and the African title around his waist. The new champion